Well, howdy ho there, neighbors. We're going to, we got to take out the mullet machine the other day, and let me tell you, that sucker is a blast. The 5-speed swap, totally worth it. The rear end swap, totally worth it. However, there is a problem. I'll show you. Can you see this, like, forever black mark? It goes clear up past that tree. I'm not even kidding you. But there's only one of them. Yep. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, it's an open differential. Nope, not so there, campers. This car is a 1987 IROC rear end. That being said, they used what they called a Borg-Warner 9-bolt, not 9-inch, 9-bolt. It was a bird of a different feather, but it has a 7 3/4 ring gear, which is supposed to be tougher than the 10-bolt that they used in these years, 82 to 92. Maybe they used them in 92, I don't know, maybe 90, I can't remember. Anyway, so I know for two reasons that it is a posi. One, I pulled it out of an IROC Z. Two, I ran the RPO code number. Now, if you don't know what an RPO code is, it's basically the build sheet for these cars. And if this one had the lid on it, it's right underneath that console lid. But like I told you, this rear end come out of an 87. Guess who kept the lid and all that good stuff? This guy. There's my console lid. Now, let's just say for some goofy reason, someone took it. Why? Why would you take that off? That tells everything. So, the real rear end in this car, I'm guessing, since it was an automatic, was a 273. Automatic 305, more than likely 273 gear, which is a good street gear. They put them in the later model automatic Trans Ams and Camaros and all this good stuff, right? However, the one that I put in it, if your console lid underneath there says G80, G80 is for limited slip differential. If it says G92, that's a performance rear end. And I don't remember what that one really is, the gear ratio, but this one had a GM3 code. A GM3 code is a 345 gear ratio, which is a very, very close to the 342, which is also a great street gear. And it absolutely, she put lipstick on this old pig. And I'm telling you, she ate, obviously. You saw it. Darvin, the black mark for your house, it's not me, but it's this one. He did it. He did it, not me. I don't know. So tonight, we're going to, one, raise the car in the rear, change the diff fluid. A little further story on this. I believe that the differential fluid is no longer good, because I read online this original type fluid, which I'm 100% sure is all original, you're supposed to change every 15,000 miles. I believe the car that this rear end come out of had 154,000, I think, somewhere on it. And I'm going to bet that it was never changed, one, because it still has the little metal tag on it, which is never put back on by whoever changed it, unless they're like me and want it back the same way. But I'm going to guess that it's never been changed. This is also an Australian-made rear end. The 9-bolt is an Australian-made rear end. They offered a 10-bolt, but, you know, GM, I'm not sure why they chose to do 9 and 10-bolt. I don't know. But anyway, I'll show you how to identify the rear end to see what gear ratio you have if you happen to have a 7-bolt, a 9-bolt. I wrote all the codes down from work, so, you know. But anyway, enough chatting. Let's get to cracking. I'm going to show you how to change this differential fluid, all right? Give me a few minutes to get things set up. Well, I went ahead and jumped ahead just a little bit, not much. And I can tell you already, I'm probably wrong about this never being switched. Mainly because, you see that blue right there? Pretty sure that's blue glue, like silicone blue glue. Pretty sure. So, after you've taken out all of these bolts, there's that tag I was telling you about. Gently do that. Oh God. Yep, I see not so goodiness. Like that does not look gooder. I see not so goodiness there. Like somebody has given her the business, you know what I mean? Let's just hope all of it's in there. And that's got a gasket on it. You know what? Maybe that is original, kids. And furthermore, trying to see if it was a positive traction or not. It's supposed to be. God bless. Ragu, baby, she's in there. And that looks like a... Is that a junkyard rear end or something? Because that's orange. And right there appears to be a gear ratio in the yeller, and that has a number on it. It looks professionally scratched in. So campers, somebody has been in here. Somebody has definitely been in here. It's a Borg Warner gear. I can see BW right there. We gonna turn. Yeah. I don't exactly know what the crap is going on right now. I thought that would be turning the gear. I don't really know what's going on. So anyway, I'm gonna try to switch this thing around and see if we can't see the old posi unit in there. And then, if I read right on the internet, let's see, there's supposed to be a number on the front passenger side tube that has a 4 number. So let me look for that. Maybe we can look together if this thing don't grip all over me. But I don't like the looks of that. That just don't look gooder. It said it was on the axle tube, passenger side. Sorry guys, I'm fat, I'm slow. But here we go. Axle side tube, and I see no number. You see a number? I don't see a number. Well, that's not cool, campers. Alright guys, so let me... I didn't see a number. I'm going to try to rotate this gear around a little bit though. See if we can't see a little more inside the diff. Looks like the teeth are in good shape, so that's good. That's one thing you always want to inspect. And just, yeah, we're going to have to look this sucker over. Now it's got me curious as a kitten. Because I know the 5-speed come out of a 92. I know that. I was told that, and I ran the numbers on the transmission. I did not run the numbers on the differential. So give me a few minutes. I'll see if I can find a tag. That one little tag is on there, so hopefully that'll tell us something. Give me a few minutes to figure this out, all right? I'll look for that little tag on the tube too and see if I can't find it. Give me a few minutes. if I seem a bit confused, I am. A little heart broke, I ain't gonna lie. Apparently we have a 308 gear. That's per the differential cover and the ring gear. And I'll show you. But it is a limited slip posi. And it's, yeah, right about there. It says, oh shoot, I don't know if you can see it. It says BW3, then there's a space, 08. Also on this tag that I had found, it actually says, let me get some light. We have a garage, guys. Can you see that where it says 308? She's a 308. I wrote down that part number so I can trace this thing down and see if it also come out of a 92. So I don't know if a 308 is as good as a 345 gear. I'm not gonna lie, this sucker moves when it goes down the road. It's not a 411, I'm not saying that. For a 305 5-speed, she moves pretty healthy, so I'm pretty happy with that. I just want to see some dual marks, you know what I mean? So anyway, what we're going to do next, forgot to tell you, we're also going to switch to synthetic gear glue. We chose this flavor right here, 7590. And the reason why is, actually I had it sitting over there on the shelf and I read you could use it, so. And it's Lucas, that's a good name brand. Lucas, if you want to sponsor me, I'll let you. So anyway, I'm going to finish scraping the gasket off of this. We're going to put our tag back on just because it was already on there for, how old are you? Like almost 40? 37, 38, 36, however old this thing is. It's had it for that long, so let's not switch things. Put your tags back on. Help a feller out later in life that's like, what rear end do I have? It's a 345? Nope, long gone. Just like the original 5-speed out of that 87. Long gone. So anyway, we're gonna clean this up, put this sucker back in, and then we're gonna add our 7590. And I think that'll wrap it up tonight for this one. I don't see anywhere on here where it says that it has that additive. You know what additive I'm talking about, the limited slip, you know, stuff. So I am 100%, I'm going to Google it and see if I need to get it. I might just get, I'm going to go get it anyway, have it in the shop for the next project. So guess what, I gotta go to the parts store because I didn't pick up any of that stuff. So give me a few minutes, I'll be back. We're going to switch it. Unfortunately, we're not going to get the test on it tonight, but I will let you know how it turns out. So give me like 20-30 minutes because I gotta go in town, and it's gonna be really quick. All right, so just, you know, bear with me. Well, I couldn't really find what I wanted to find on the internet about, I mean, some things say for the synthetics you don't have to have the extra additive to it. To confirm or deny, I cannot. I don't really know. So we're just going to add it without it, and if we did wrong, we're just going to suck it back out with the suction thing that I have, and then we're going to shoot it back in there, because that seems like the right thing to do right now, since, you know, I've got a couple quarts of, you know, stuff over there and no additive. So we got both gasket surfaces clean, and you want to make sure and use the right stuff. By the right stuff, I mean the right stuff. Gasket maker. Actually, that's just what I use. So you can sponsor me too, right stuff, if you want. Anyway, you just put a nice amount on there. You do not need to put it on both sides. No need. It'd just be a waste if you did. This stuff is super good. I use it on all kind of stuff. This is what I stuck the old Sunfire bird. I didn't use the gasket. I used the right stuff for it. So after we do that, you see that right there? That's the rubber plug that we're gonna have to pry out with the screwdriver. Or we could go ahead and knock it out now. But you know, we're probably just gonna wait until we put it on there and say, why didn't I remove that? That was kind of silly. You know, stuff like that, because that's fun. And then as soon as you put this on there, don't forget your little tag. It'll only go on one way also. So look at this, it has a flat side. I'm pretty sure there's at least a flat side. Yep. Looks like it was on the passenger. And the rain gear will only fit one way. You try to put the rain gear right there, good luck, Chuck. You ain't getting it. So we're gonna go ahead and squish this thing on there, throw the bolts in her, tighten them down to spec. And by spec, I mean whatever feels good. You know what I mean? We're gonna tighten it down with our little, you know, 3/8 drive ratchet, air gun, what have you. And then for two of them, that the sway bar's in the way, I'm gonna have to break out the old elbow on it. And that's gonna be that tight, you know. So anyway, that's what we're gonna do. And then I'll show you how we fill her, all right? And I'll explain to you guys, if you have the Borg Warner, where you would go and how you would fill it, okay? Wait a minute, this is the Borg Warner. The other one, whatever the other one is. Yeah. And I never did find that tag on the axle, just so you know. It was supposed to be on the passenger side axle tube is what it said on the internet. You know what? Internet's a liar. Ain't on there. They're liars. All right, so give me a few minutes. We'll put this on, I'll show you where to fill it up, all right? So as I was saying, on this particular type, you're gonna add it right here. And see how it's coming out the hole here? I've added enough that it's coming out now. So you'll just put your plug back in, and you can get these out real easy with a screwdriver, especially if you could see what I was doing. You can just pry on them, they're rubber. And believe it or not, for this one being an 87, it was really quite pliable. It's got a lot of life left in it. So now, if you have the other differential, which is the one we took out, the 10 bolt, to fill it, you're going to have to get on the passenger side of it, and it's going to be right about here-ish. You'll see a hexagon or a square, you know, whatever, and a 3/8 drive ratchet. We'll take that out. It'll also put it in. Now for this, you're gonna need at least 2 quarts, probably plus that additive that I did not add. I don't know whether to be happy about this gear ratio or sad. I'm kind of a little sad because that 345 was really sounding good. But I'm not gonna lie, this 308 did really good down the road. I'm just really confused on the whole, what's going on with it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Is it a good gear? Is it a good road gear? I don't know. So hopefully this will turn her back into a positive track or positive traction, however you want to say it. If you're from southern parts like me, you say it's got a positive track in it, boy. Ting. And then that just impresses the crap out of somebody, because you say, yeah, it does, not a biggie. But you know, so hopefully this makes it come back around by changing the fluid. Other than that, guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode. So more of the mullet machine to come. Next, we're probably going to replace this trunk lock down, pull down motor, I think they call it, because it's no gooder. She ain't working, she ain't latching nothing. So one more little tidbit before I get off here. See this can? I purposely put this bit on and made some of that right stuff come out. And you're asking why? Well, if it's plugged up here, it's sealed down here. So in order to unclog it, you don't have to take a screwdriver or a punch or whatever and go clear down in there trying to clean this crap out. You just unscrew that and pull the old silicone off. It makes it a lot easier. Trust me, I've ruined so many cans of these, I know, from experience, dude. But anyway, hopefully that's helpful to some of you guys. Like I say, on these GM 9 bolts, that's a weird one, and the 10 bolts, 12 bolts, 14 bolts, you're going to change it all the same. You're going to take off the rear cover. They're all the same. You take off the rear cover, you drain it, you add it. This one you add in the back end of the cover. The Dana 40, 4 or 40, whatever, there's a bunch of them. You'll see where to add it. If you don't, it's right there on the passenger side, and you'll see that little, it looks perfect size for a 3/8 ratchet, and it is. You put that in there, you break it loose, bada boom, bada bang, da bang. That's how you add her, baby. You might need to put a little piece of 3/8 hose on there, on the end of your squirt bottle. That's what I do. It helps me get all of it out of there too. This one was easy, straight. You can just wad it up like a Pepsi can. So anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching, and got gloves on still. I just don't like the smell of differential fluid. I'm sorry, I just don't. Anyway, thanks you guys for watching. Hopefully it helps out of you. Tell me if I got the right gear, or should I build that 10 bolt. I'm thinking building the 10 bolt, so let me know what you guys think. If you don't mind, just somewhere down there, the old subscribe button. If you hit, I'd appreciate it. And we'll see you next time here on Right Turn Garage TV. Y'all have a great weekend.